to, like write on it or whatever and then shake it and it would disappear and you get to start all over again? Yeah, that's what our life is. But how many of us really shake it up to start something new? Instead, we just kind of roll it up and everything that used to be there is still there. And it's still in our background and we still bring it with us every day, but we just write something different on it today. And then you roll it up. And every day you keep bringing that forward and 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 bringing that forward. You can stop me anytime. And every day is the same as it was yesterday. See, life doesn't change. Life is exactly the way it is, and it's because, heck, I'm just in limbo. It's because of my job. People at my job just don't understand me. I'm brilliant. I have a lot of the answers, and people come to me. They do. They come to me. I'm the only one that can fix the copy machine. I'm the only one that can put toner in it. And when they have a problem, they come to me. But does anybody know it? No. Oh, and then there's my family. Ooh. You know, the people that you live with, sometimes you don't want to go home to, or you can't wait to get out of the house from. Oh, I've got people shaking their heads over here. They know exactly what I'm talking about. Amen. Oh, I got an amen. Hey. But how many times do we take all of that stuff with us every single day? It's that little computer in our brain, and we never clear out the stuff. Even though we deleted it, or we thought we deleted it, we're still carrying it around with us. You need a dump. A huge dump. Just to get rid of all that stuff. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to get out of bed. Are you already thinking of what it is? And we just talked about that. What are you dreading during the day? You can put on the next one. The universe is made of energy, and we are a vibrational frequency. Vibrational frequency is defined as the rate at which the atoms and subparticles of the being or object vibrate. You realize you're vibrating right now, don't you? You don't feel yourself vibrating? Vibration is something we can't see unless you have a monitor or something to see. The higher this vibrational frequency is, the closer it is to the frequency of light. Each word as we speak, the thought that we think, sends out a vibration that attracts to it an experience of like vibration. If we send out fear, we attract fear. If we send out love, we attract love. Oh, well, wait a minute here. How can I send out love all day long, and the people in my life are definitely not loving. So what do you mean if I send out love, I get love back? What is it that you're constantly thinking? What's in the back of your mind all the time? What does that little voice in the back of your mind, which Patrick's going to help you with on Wednesday, so come and see him. But what are those voices saying to you all the time? What is your constant? And in order to figure that out, just take a look at your life and the people in your life and what's going on in your life and what you have in your life. What does it look like right now? And if you're saying, oh, it's fantastic, it's the best life anybody could ever live. And how many out there are saying, yeah, right. Sure it is. If only that person would not be in my life, it would be perfect. If only that person wasn't in the cubicle next to me, my life would be perfect. Right? It's always somebody else. Guess what? It's not. It's you. You and only you can change your life. You and only you can change the perception that's going on around you. You and only you. Oh, crap. It's up to me. I'm the only one that can do this. I went to a psychic last week, and she said I was going to be in good shape. Can I trust that? No? It's up to me what's to be. Okay, try the next one. What does it mean to raise one's vibration or to increase one's vibrational frequency? Each person has a unique vibration, which is a product of all of the influences he or she has ever encountered. What are all the influences in your mind or in your life? How about parents, growing up with parents, siblings, teachers, lay people, whatever religion or teaching you were brought up in? What are all the influences in your life? Who have you listened to when they said, you know, you'd be pretty if you just lost some weight? Or, you know, you'd be talented, but, you know, honey, give it up. Don't quit your day job. Whatever. Who said what to you that you are now taking into your life and every single day of your life, and you're creating that? Day after day after day after day, week, month, year. What did your year look like 12 months from now? Where were you? Are you in the same place today that you were then, or has your life changed? All right. See, I got one over here for life change. Yay. Anybody else? Life's changed. But see, life doesn't change unless you work at it. Oh, gee, the W word. You have to work at it. The influence upon which you focus or refocus our attention or our thoughts on are those which determine or define our vibration. So what are you focusing on? When you look in the mirror in the morning, what do you focus on? Oh, what a glorious, phenomenal image of God. Yes! My day is great. I'm going to have a wonderful day. Yes, I'm going to march off and everything's going to be wonderful. Yay, 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 yay. Is that how you start your day? Why not? It's your choice. You are a choice. Why aren't you there? Well, if you had my job, you'd realize that. I go in and they're all negative. There isn't one positive person in the office. And you look at the person and say, including you. Well, how can you be positive when everybody around you is negative? Wow. One thought at a time. One thought at a time. As soon as you start thinking about or feeling something, you know, I get this thing in my stomach. I don't know about you guys. It's my solar plexus that feels everything. And when my solar plexus starts going, I know that I'm having wrong thoughts or negative thoughts about something. And I have to step back and say, ooh, what was I just thinking? Who was I looking at? What was I talking about? Who was I judging in that moment? But so often we don't even do that, so we spiral down farther, don't we? And we spiral down farther. Then all of a sudden, everybody we look at is a creep. Oh, we don't want anything to do with them. And your whole day goes to you-know-what in a handbasket. Because they keep bringing you work that you don't want to do, or you do, and then it keeps coming, and then there's no end to it. You get that big stack done, and you feel really good for 2 seconds, and they bring you another big stack. How about home? When you walk into your door at home, how do you feel? Good? Excited about being home? Oh, thank God. Oh, but I got to make dinner. Ugh. Or I've got to do the laundry, or I've got to do this. Where do your thoughts go? Okay, try the next one. This is all new to me too, so hang in there. We're working together. What are you attracting into our lives? Most of us are afraid to change, or afraid of change, or something new. We think a negative thought when a challenge comes into our lives, like fear. What is fear? Go on to the next one. Fear. I love this one. This is one that has been around for a long time. Dr. Dennis, I remember when I first heard him say this, false evidence appearing real. And I said, what the heck is he talking about? False evidence appearing real. What's false evidence? It's whatever you perceive to be in front of you. Do you realize that you are creating what is in front of you? I'm here. I really am. You're creating what is in front of you. We have this phenomenal ability to create our world around us. So what are you creating? Feeling excited and ready. Wow, I like that one. Frantic efforts to appear real and recovered. Wow. Any people feel fake in here? Sometimes? Oh, and the last one, forget everything and run. You know, we have a flight or fight instinct within us. So we in that animal kingdom, you have the fight or flight. And sometimes we fear and we run away from something that's not real. And then we stand and defend ourselves with something that really is real. But the only thing that's real is God. If you look at the world through the perception of God is all there is. If you look at the world through the perception that whatever comes into my sphere is mine to deal with, I can't blame anybody. It's my responsibility. And you look at whatever the condition is in front of you and say, you know, I have a choice here. I have a choice here. I can either believe the worst or I can take a look at the situation and say, how can I improve it? How can I improve it? Let's go to the next one. How can we change our frequency? How many people in here meditate? Yes. You know that meditation when you sit in a lotus position and put your finger in your belly button and go, Om. A lot of people think that's the only way to meditate. But I'll tell you something. Meditation is any time that you are so engrossed in something that you give all of your focus and attention to it. How many gardeners in here? Are there any gardeners? If you're out in your garden and you're just planting stuff, your mind is just totally and completely on whatever it is that you're planting, and you're not thinking about what's going to happen when you get back in the house, and you're not thinking about what's going to happen tomorrow, and you're not thinking about all the stuff except planting your garden or painting a picture or going for a walk. And you focus on what it is that you're doing at that moment, and that's meditation. You can do guided meditations. You can do walking meditations. Whatever it is. I have a gentleman that goes fishing, and I said, well, what do you think about when you're fishing? He says, nothing. I said, that's meditation. He said, it can't be. I said, yes. I said, how do you feel when you get home after you've been fishing? He said, great. I said, that's meditation. That's meditation. It doesn't have to be anything else. All it is getting in connection, being in balance with yourself and the world around you. You can meditate, you can read, you can journal. I know that's the J word. Everybody hates the J word. But journaling is wonderful. I can't explain what happens when you journal. A lot of the people that I talk to, I tell to journal. And things just happen when you do. I can't explain it. But some shift happens within you. So start writing down what it is that's going on in your mind. And then just let it go and release it. Okay, let's go to the next one. You are my sunshine. Mary Morrissey had a program, and she gave us the 5-finger exercise. How many people are ready to exercise this morning? 5-finger exercise. Okay? Let's do it together. Your thumb. Yes, it's a great day. Yes. Your second finger, point it away from you, and you point yourself toward your intention for the day. Today I am doing this. I intend to do this. This is my intention for the day. To have a happy day. Wow. And you're all pointing back at me. It's great. No, never mind. Let's do the next one. A third finger. Let's go to the third finger. Okay, the third finger. Now just be careful with this one. Just be very careful with this one. It's down, not up. Okay? And you're going to flick away fear. Go ahead. Flick it. Flick away fear. Flick away anything in your life that is not up to what it should be. Flick it away. Something comes into your life, say, oh, you're gone. You just flick it away. Fourth figure is focus on your dream. What is your vision? What is it that you'd like to desire? What do you want to bring into your life? See it is already done. See it is already done. Vision. See your dream and feel it. It's already finished. It is. It's already there, just waiting for you to wake up to it. And the little finger, I love this, be grateful for all the little things in your life. How many of us see the little things? Very good. A few of you do. Great. But how do you see the little things? You start being aware of what's going on in your life every day. You walk down a step and you say, oh, thank God I didn't trip, because you stumble a little bit. Oh, thank God I didn't fall on my you-know-what. I've fallen downstairs. Anybody else? I'm so grateful I didn't do that today. Be grateful for the little things. Someone smiled at me and I smiled back. You're in the grocery store and you hear a mother telling the child how much they love them. Oh, thank you, God. Oh, I can hear love around me. How many of us think about that when we're going through it? Anybody? Do you really think about that? Yeah. Become aware. And the more you're grateful for something, the more you see to be grateful for. And the more comes into your life, and the more comes into your life, and the more comes into your life that you're grateful for and that you're happy about. How many people really love themselves? Really love yourself. Not conceit, not ego, but love yourself for who you are. And how can we not? We're a phenomenal expression of God. We are that presence here in this universe. We are here to express God in love. That's what we're here for. But how many of us really realize that? We go out into the world and the guy cuts us off and we swear at him and we do something other than flick away fear. Right? Yeah. And we get angry at them for cutting us off. And I said, bless you on your way. Please be careful. And that I know that wherever you're going, you are safe and whoever you come in contact with is safe. Anybody think of doing that? No. Well, that's truthful. Why not change it around and see what happens? Why not change it around and see what happens? Because all the energy you're giving to that anger at the person for cutting you off, guess what? It's cutting you off. It's stopping the flow within you. And so then you get to work and you've already flipped this guy off, and not with fear. And you're at work and then everything falls apart. And you wonder, why the heck is this day going the way it is? Hello? You didn't flick away fear. You brought it into your life. Frustration, anger, tension, judgment. So your perception's changed. Let's go to the next one. There is a thinking shift from which all things are made. Thinking stuff. I'm thinking a shift because I just said shift. There's a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which in its original state permeates, penetrates, fills the interspaces of all of the universe. Wallace Wattles. I love Wallace Wattles. There is a thinking stuff. That means there's an intelligence in the universe greater than we are. It knows absolutely everything. And that intelligence moves in and through absolutely everything and everyone. Everything and everyone. Except that person we just can't stand. They're an exception to the rule. But anytime you have a judgment about something, you need to think of yourself as looking in a mirror, because there's something inside of you that identifies with that person. Ouch. Ooh, I don't like that. But there's something there that you need to see to allow yourself to release it from your own consciousness and your own system. Judgment is just you looking at you, not liking what you see. Wow. How many times when you look at that person you really don't like, or they're in your life and you just kind of, ooh. How many times do you think of the fact that you're looking at a reflection of yourself? Do you ever think of that? Oh, can't be. There's no way I'm looking at a reflection of myself. That's an impossibility. I'm a nice person. They're a jerk. Right? If we totally believe God is all there is and in and through absolutely everything, isn't that person God too? Isn't that person that expression and that wisdom and that wonderful intelligence of God? They may not be using it the way that brings out that beautiful light, but that's who they are as well as you. So the next time you think about something or you get frustrated by somebody or something goes wrong in your life, take a step back. Take a deep breath and let it go and say, okay, what is it that I need to learn here or let go of? Is that so hard? No? Yes? Because you don't think of it at that moment, do you? You go right into what your habit space is, right into that anger or whatever. But it doesn't mean that you can't feel the anger. It just means that you step back from it. Say, uh-oh, something's going on in me. It has nothing to do with them. All right, let's try the next one. You are the only one that can create the sunshine in your lives. You alone are responsible for your thoughts, feelings, and actions. You alone are responsible for your thoughts, feelings, and actions. No, it's really because my mom told me that this is the way things are. And I believed her. And so I'm carrying it till today. And I'm 63 years old, and I still carry it because she said it was so. It wasn't her bad day. It could have possibly been that she was in a bad mood that day, and she yelled at me, and I took it for granted. I just took it for the truth. What is going on in your life? What do you believe to be the truth about you? That you're a beautiful, phenomenal expression of God. That you have something to give back that is so unique. Not one other person in this universe has what you have. Just like your fingerprints, you're all individualized expressions. But wait a minute, I would really like to do that, but somebody's already doing that, so I couldn't, why should I even try? Because they're already handling that. They're already doing that, right? But you're unique. You would do it differently. Become aware of your negative thoughts and reaffirm the positive. I used to ask people to set a timer, and after 5 minutes or whatever, you've got a computer or your watch or your phones nowadays, and set your little timer for half an hour, and then try to think of what you've been thinking about for that half an hour. Is it possible? Or are you an autopilot? Just out there thinking what you've always thought, therefore bringing into your life what you've always brought in, and thinking that this is what life is all about. That's the only thing life is about. I challenge you to become aware of what your thoughts are. Become aware of what your feelings are, because the thought comes first and then the feeling. How many times do you say, oh, Jesus, I hate this? Or you're a pain in the, fill in the blank, whatever you want to put in there. How often do you think of other people as that negative influence in your life, and you blame them for what's going on in your life? Take a deep breath. It's all good, and it's all God. And awareness is the key, ABC, awareness builds consciousness. I learned that one my first year. And I thought, well, that's kind of cool. I know my ABCs. And it's taken me a long time to step into it. And I'm still stepping into it. This is a journey. It's not someplace you get to. I remember somebody telling me the other day, well, you've been in the teaching for, 18, 20 years now, so you must really know everything. No. And anybody says they know everything, run. Forget everything and run. Because you'll never know everything. This is a learning process, and we're always evolving and growing. And as we vibrate at a higher vibration, because we're meditating, reading, feeling what we're feeling, and looking at what's going on in our lives and working on a positive attitude instead of a negative attitude, we come up and we raise our vibration. And by raising our vibration, we become open to other things in our lives. Other people will come into our lives. Other opportunities will come into our lives if you're aware of them. So make yourself open, alive, and aware. Don't write down whatever is negative in your life, because it's just what you do is you're setting that in stone. Don't do that. Write down what's positive in your life. How can you change that situation you're in, whether it's work or a relationship or someone in your family or just the relationship with yourself? How can you change that today? Oh, well, no ideas? Just take a deep breath and let it go. And as you do, let go of everything that was before this moment. Up until now, and from this moment forward. Up until now, you might have felt that way. From this moment forward, you change that. Because as soon as you're aware of a negative feeling, what do you have the opportunity to do? Change that feeling and put it in a positive light. Oh, God, here comes George again. Wait a minute, George is a beautiful, phenomenal light of God, and I'm going to see him as such. But you say it often enough, and all of a sudden, George becomes this phenomenal light of God. He may say something one day, you go, wow, maybe he's not the person I thought he was. But it's up to you. Every thought of every day, you think, oh, God, that's a lot of work. How much do you want to change? How much do you want to change your life? Let's see what the next one brings. In order to do this, a person must pass from the competitive to the creative mind. He must form a clear mental picture of the things he wants, and he must focus on this picture with a clear understanding that what he concentrates on is attracted to him or her. How many times do we see what we don't want in our lives? You know, when you're praying or when you're doing things, you say, oh, well, I don't want that. Oh, gee, I don't want him. I don't want that in my life. I don't want to be sick anymore. I don't want to be poor anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. How many times do we do or we think about what it is that we don't want to bring into our lives? And then we wonder why it keeps showing up. Because you're focusing on it. So I'll give you a little exercise. From this point forward, I want you to focus on and I want you to see in your life exactly that which you want to bring into your life. What is it that you really, truly desire? Pick one thing, because I know we all have millions. But just pick one thing you desire in your life. Maybe it's a better relationship with your spouse. Maybe it's a better job or a better relationship at work. Whatever it is, I want you to close your eyes right now. And I have a magic wand. And I want you to visualize that and see it as clearly in your mind as you possibly can. And know that's already done. It's already yours. And the magic wand is in your hand, not in mine. Because it's you that chooses to have a different thought. So I give you that this week. Let's go to the next one. There is only sunshine. The clouds are all imagination. Are non-reality or false beliefs causing us to feel separate. We can never be separated from Source. Only good and true love is the reality we need to cultivate. True love. Unconditional love. What does unconditional mean to you? We say unconditional. What does that mean to you? Without judgment? Pardon? Omniscient. Right. Without judgment, without prejudice, without thinking that somebody is less than we are or better than we are. Now, we understand, the thing about, feeling that somebody is less than we are. But what about the people we feel that are better than we are? Oh, wow, I wish I had what they had. It would be so great if I was there. How many times do you think about that during the day? Whether you see a commercial or you see something or you see somebody driving down on a car, how many times do you subconsciously think, wow, if I had what they had, I'd be in clover. I'd be everything. I'd be exactly where I wanted to be. If I only had what they had. And how many times did you get on the inside of that and find out what it is an illusion? They think exactly the same thing you do. They look in the mirror and say, ugh, God, how can I get away from this? Looking at the stars that you think that have everything, or looking at people that you think have everything, and then you get inside their lives and find out they're just like you are? Oh, crap. Darn it. I thought there was some kind of magic pill I could take and be there. Didn't you, Andy? Isn't there a magic pill somewhere? Yes. Oh, I'm going with you. The magic pill is you. You're the magic pill. Let's go to the next slide. All right. What pill are you going to take today? The me pill. How about the sunshine pill? When you walk out of here, you see only sunshine, no matter what the perception is around you. How about journaling? Maybe for the first time in your life, and writing down everything that's going on in your mind. And don't criticize it. Don't judge it. Just let it out. How about meditating? Going for a walk in nature. Going anywhere, doing anything that is taking your focus totally on whatever it is that you're doing. You'll see a shift in your life happening. I guarantee it. It works. So let's sing this version of it. Shall we, Andy? Yay! I am my sunshine, my only sunshine. I make me happy when challenges come my way. I only know God has everything for me. So I make my sunshine today. All right, namaste.